Meet Julie. Julie has an important job, but lately she hasn't been loving it like she used to. All the responsibilities and stress are becoming a bit much. She feels tired and unmotivated, but coffee will wake her up, she says. But coffee didn't do the trick. It's all becoming too much for Julie. After a long day at work, she finally goes home, where she eats with her family and goes to sleep early so she would feel better tomorrow. But she didn't. She tells her doctor she's always tired, unmotivated to do anything, and really suffering from stress and sleepless nights. The doctor tells her she suffers from burnout. She's staying home from work for a while to rest and enjoy some time with her family.
Hi, Steve here. Now we have seen what happened to our friend Julie, we would like to show you how you, as a leader, can deal with burnouts in your company. But first, some numbers. Workplace stress levels are higher than ever and still escalating. This stress can cause the well-known phenomenon, burnout. The Stress Pulse survey by ComPsych, an employee assistance program provider, shows the main causes of stress are workload, 36%, people issues, 31%, balancing professional and personal lives, 20%, and job security, 8%. This means that 64% of stress is caused by work-related issues. That's why we are going to give a few tips on how to manage your organization and treat your employees in a way that reduces stress and the risk of burnout. These are the 6 tips we will discuss. Model and encourage well-being practices. Allow time to disconnect outside of work. Train the brain to deal with chaos. Emphasize monotasking for better focus. Be purposeful about gap time during the workday or slow periods over the course of the working year. And exercise empathy and compassion. As a manager, you have to understand which activities improve or trigger the well-being of your employees and of yourself. There is a wide variety of things you could do to achieve this. For example, offering personal development tools such as mindfulness and resilience training, or encouraging your employees to take time for exercise or other renewal activities, like walking meetings. Second, you need to allow time to disconnect outside of work. One of the biggest dangers of our high-performance culture is that it seems to require consistent focus or the always-on mindset. The main flaw of this mindset is that it doesn't take recovery time into account. As a manager, you have to be intentional to your employees and to yourself when you engage in the office or digitally, and you have to be intentional and explicit when not to engage. A very simple example is stop reading through your emails in the weekends and after 7 p.m. on workdays. Our third tip is to train the brain to deal with chaos. Training your brain to deal with chaos is an excellent way to prevent burnouts. Some research has showed that the practice of mindfulness trains the brain and creates useful mental habits. These will promote productivity and resilience at work, but also in life in general. Leaders and teams that do these things tend to collaborate better, navigate stress more effectively, and sustain high performance. There is no need to be a guru in mindfulness to help yourself and team members develop this innate human capacity. The exercises are very simple. Technology can be useful in this as well. There are a few apps out there, such as Calm, Headspace, and the Muse to achieve the state of mindfulness. Another tip is to emphasize monotasking for better focus. Multitasking is a myth. Humans aren't capable of multitasking in the way computers are. Studies show that multitasking typically doubles the amount of time it takes to do a task, and it usually at least doubles the number of mistakes. Managers can encourage monotasking by helping team members with clear one-at-a-time task prioritization, defining milestones that don't overlap, and generally avoiding the trap of mistaking the urgent for the important. Next up, tip 5 is to be purposeful about gap time during the workday, or slow periods over the course of the working year. Give people buffer time to recharge and refocus by helping them pause and recharge during down cycles in work activity. If there are no down cycles, work hard as a manager to create some. Work is not a marathon, but a series of sprints that requires recovery and renewal time in between. It's not the number of hours people work that matters. It's the value they produce during the hours they work. So stop worrying about how many hours someone spends at his desk and start figuring out, what can I do to help this person design his schedule so that when he's working, he's really working. Let's proceed to tip 6. In order to avoid relapse, a manager should exercise empathy and compassion. It doesn't cost anything to be kind, and the benefits for managers are great. Empathy and compassion significantly improve employee performance, engagement, and profitability. Studies show the single greatest influence on profitability and productivity within an organization is the ability of leaders to spend more time and effort developing and recognizing their people, welcoming feedback, including criticism, and fostering cooperation among staff. Empathy and compassion are good for people and good for business. But hey, what's in it for you? Yeah, you there. What kind of return on investment can you expect for these efforts? Studies show that employees participating in mindfulness programs offered by the company showed an average of 62 minutes per week enhanced productivity, saving a company around $3,000 annually. The happiest employees spent 46% more of their time focused on work tasks and felt 65% more energized than their colleagues. Not even mentioning the costs of an employee sitting at home with a burnout. You see, reducing stress levels with your employees benefits everyone, also your business. That's why it is important to keep these tips in mind in order to avoid burnouts.